Hello everyone, this blue dotted line represents a winning trade on the micro S&P futures market. This red line in contrast represents a losing trade, but see the difference in size? We made 10 times more money on this winning trade than on this one. The trade was placed on July 10, and when we closed it out, we made a total of $491 with 25 cents, and we lost $42 with 50 cents the following trade. So the idea is to make as many of these winning trades as possible. In this video, I will show you how I build this strategy, which is very easy and very adaptable to any other markets such as Forex, any futures like gold, silver, any metals you can trade, and even crypto. On top, if you like the video and write a comment, I will email you the entire code if you want to. I love automating my trades, no emotions, just let it run and see the profit. It does require a lot of back testing and analysis prior to put it to work to ensure it's profitable on a variety of market conditions. So I will show you that as well. We will back test it on different time frames, but this is a great tool to beat the market and have another income source as well. So without further ado, let's get into it. All right, let's start with the basics. How did I build this? Well, I use TradeStation. If you don't know much about TradeStation, let me know. Maybe I can help you with that. I use other tools like Thinkorswim from TD Ameritrade, but this is, I like TradeStation. I've been using it for many years. So that's the platform I use. You can trade a variety of instruments, right, and markets, including now crypto. So that's something that I really like. In terms of the specifics of the strategy, I use, for this one, I use two indicators. So we will add those right now. So let's add two studies. Add study, and then I go to the two moving averages. So exponential moving average here. Moving average to exponential. So you just click there, and it adds them to the tool. All right, so now to the chart. So now we have it there in the chart. I'm gonna click on the strategy, just click, and I'm gonna provide two parameters. The fast moving average represents a 50 day moving average, and the slow, it represents a 200. That's it. Just change those two. Now it does look a little thin, so what I'll do is I change the style here, style, and you want to see the fast, I want to make it a little bit thicker here, and the slow much thicker, and then you change the color. For the slow, I'm gonna use blue, I'm sorry, for the fast blue, and for the slow we're gonna use red. Just very distinct. All right, we have those two. All right, and now if you see the strategy, every time the blue line cross from below to cross over the red one, it plays a long trade, and every time the blue line cross from the top to the bottom, crosses again, cross over here the red line, it closes out that trade and initiates the opposite trade. So in this case, we started a long trade here, and we exited here, and we started a short position. Now this was a winning, and I told you it was a $481 winning trade, but this was a loss, right? It took immediately right after that, what happened is it took a short position, right? Meaning like if the price goes down, we'll make money, but it went to the opposite side. So the price seemed to like start recovering here, and it went up, and it didn't quite close until here. The following day it closed out here. So that's when the trade was closed out. So that short didn't work out. We closed it with a loss of $49. All right, and then it took the opposite. It always takes the opposite. As soon as it closes one, it takes the opposite positions. All right, and I'm gonna go to studies, edit strategy, and here you see the strategy that I'm running is called AIC, Automatic Income Channel, EMA, Exponential Moving Average, two lines, 001. Now, like I said before, if you want this strategy, just let me know. Like and comment this video, and I will email it to you. Just let me know. I'm gonna edit in easy language, which is the language that TradeStation uses, the development environment. All right, so what I did is define each of the inputs. In this case, the inputs are really easy. It's length 1, which is 50, is the size of the exponential moving averages, how many days, 50. Then length 2 is the second moving average, which is the slow moving average, is 200, right? Trade size is just one micro S&P, one mini contract. I want to trade the smallest amount of contracts. Now, what you do need to see is how much each contract needs as minimum maintenance, right? And you're gonna have to check that with the broker, or in this case TradeStation, futures margin requirements. Here you see pricing. You can see I'm trading the micro S&P. Here it is, micro S&P. It does require 123, 112 for intraday, and then 1,232 for overnight margin. Now each instrument has different minimum maintenance required, right? The micro is the smallest one, the full, this is the mini, and then you have the full, which is much more. Now you can trade, Eurex, you can trade currencies here, you can trade interest rates, metals, any metals. The small one is micro, like micro silver or micro gold. So you see the price is smaller than the actual full contract here, which is bigger. Energies, crude oil, etc. Let's go back to the code here. You can see my two EMAs here. I use the X average function. You can highlight the function, and then what you can do is right click here, and you see definition of X average. I'm using that function. The X average series function is exponential weighted moving average of the price of the last length bar. So what we're providing here is the length 1, which is 50, and length 2, which is 200. Now let's see here. Once you apply the strategy, which is really easy, you just add the strategy, and you're gonna select from the list. I have many here, but this is the AAC EMA 2 lines 001. Once you apply, you're gonna see in real time how well it did. It's gonna see here, the blue dotted lines are the winning trades, and the red lines are the losing trades. Now, what we're gonna do right now is we're gonna check on the time frame. Time frame is how many many minutes each of the bar represents, right? Each of the candles. In this case, it's a 5-minute time frame strategy. 5 minutes. And you can change this. You can see how well it did in other time frames. You can choose different time frames. Let's see, 30 minutes, right? It does look different, see? It does take longer for one trade to happen. So I like to keep it short, 5 minutes. This winning trade took like what, 2 days and a half. So it does require to maintain it overnight. Now I own the code. I have code that triggers a close of the position by Friday at 4 p.m. I don't want to keep it over the weekend. Stuff can happen. I don't want to keep it. I just get out. All right, and that's part of the code as well. Now, in terms of how well does this strategy works, right? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna right click on the strategy, and then you're gonna see View Strategy Performance Report, and the performance summary tells you that in the last, let's see, time frame was 5 minutes. You gotta check here, Customize, and see the data that we're using is 5 days back. So what we have here on the screen are just 5 days. All right, so within the last 5 days, this strategy provided a total net profit of $127, right? With gross profit $250 and gross loss of $122. The profit factor is 204 times the losing. So this is really good. Now, in terms of long trade, the total net was $138, and the short trades was lost $11. So this is really good. We made so much money on the winning trades. Now, in terms of trade analysis, here it says there are a total of seven trades in the last 5 days. 3 were winners, 4 were losers. Now the winners, in average, they made $83 in profits, while the losers, although there were more, they made $30 in loss. So this is so much better, right? Even though we made less winning, we made so much money on those fewer trades. So when you want to check, here is the trade list. You can see all of them. You want to see the performance graph. This graph tells you exactly, starting from 0, how much money we made in the last 5 days, right? Total of 7 trading days, we made a total of $127 in 5 days. And then you have the trade graph. The efficiency is not that good here. It's actually below 0, so we want to improve this in the future, and there are techniques to improve this as well. All right. Now let's do a couple of things to improve this strategy. Before letting this strategy go and start trading 24/7 for us, what you do want to make sure is that it's profitable in any time frame, in any on back tested, right? With multiple, the more time you back test it, the more you go back in time, the stronger the strategy is gonna be. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna go to time frame. I'm gonna increase the amount of data. This is just 5 days. I'm gonna change that to 5 weeks. So we wanna make sure that we're still profitable in 5 weeks from the past, right? This is gonna simulate going back in time 5 weeks and see if we were to apply this strategy, how well would have been, right? All right, let's do okay here. Let it run. All right, that's 5 weeks of data. You can see I can go back 5 weeks and I can see all the winning. This look at this one. This is a massive winning one there. All right, this is another short. This is a short position that we did here, and it was a massive winning as well. And then another one, short one, winning. So all right, so you got the idea. We went back five weeks in time. So what I'm gonna do now, right click. Let me see, right click here. Can get it there. All right, view strategy report. All right, let's see in terms of performance. Look how much we made in 5 weeks this strategy. All right, let's see. We are at $1,177 in just one mini contract in 5 weeks, trading 5 weeks, 1,177.50. That's it. So the equity line tells you that you did really well. The strategy did really well in the last 5 weeks, given the market conditions, right? And you can see here the strategy tends to work really well on big trends, right? When it starts a big trend, either up or down, you can make money up or down. You don't have to worry. See this big trend, it works perfectly. All right, and it did close here. I thought it was a short, and then the market went back up, so it closed out really fast. All right, now let's keep going. Let's check now. Let's check even further back, like 5 weeks. Let's do 5 months. 5 months of data. There it is, 5 months of data. All right, so we can go back in time 5 months. All right, let's see now the strategy report in 5 months. All right, 5 months. You can see it did struggle in the middle. So between this trade, between March and here, we start winning, and May, there were 2 months that the strategy struggled. It went up, went down, went up, it went down. It went below the equity line, so this is not good. From here, it went all the way back. So from May 16 up to today, it went all the way up. So something happened in the middle here that it didn't work out quite well. So we gotta take a look at this, and we need to improve the strategy there. All right, I'm gonna go back in time here and see if I can visually see what happened, and see if I see a lot of red lines, right? These are a lot of red lines here consecutively. So just if I see this, a quick glance here, I can see the market volatility. See, up and down, up and down, up and down. When it's up and down, the slow moving average and the fast moving average, they're still trying to catch up, right, with the price. So by the time it closed out, it already, the market, went back up again. This was a short, it went back up again, and then it went down and then back up again. So it does tend to not make much money on these swings. This kind of, markets that are not well defined, this strategy doesn't work really well. So you can see here, we make a big swing, up or down, we make money. See, we make money. Look at this one. It worked really well. We make money there on the way up. We make money on the way down. So, but when there are like these short inconsistencies, up and down, volatility, right? The trades tend not to work out well. So really small losing amounts, not big, but small losing amounts tends to not work well. All right. So what can we do about this? Well, there are other indicators for to eliminate these kind of conditions. What I'm gonna do now is I want to eliminate trades that are losing a lot of money. Potentially, if we get in one trade and then all of a sudden let's say we're in a short position, right? All of a sudden where the market goes back up, I don't want to go beyond the starting point where the trading point when I started, right? I don't want to go beyond. I don't want to lose much money. I don't want to wait for the slow moving average to close. I can close it before. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add one more condition, which is a stop loss right before I hit the entry price. That's what we're gonna do right now. All right, right click on the strategy, edit strategy, edit easy language. Then we're gonna see the code here in a minute. Let it open. All right, it's loading up. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna here, and I'm gonna add these two conditions. And I'll explain in a second here. My exit buy signal is not only when the first EMA is less than the second EMA. I'm gonna add one more condition, which is the close of the existing bar. This is the current bar. The close price of that one, the point where it closes, is less than the entry low on a long. When the entry point of a long, if the close of the current bar is less than that one, I want to exit out. I don't want to wait for, I don't want to keep losing money and wait for the moving average to close. Now I'm gonna do the same for the short position, right? I'm gonna say or the close of the current bar, which is 0, is higher than the entry high point. This is high of the short position. All right, with those two, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna debug here, build, verify it, nice, close. That's one condition that will help us lose less money on the losing trades, right? Just to stop at the point of the entry price. Now, something else that we want to do on this type of strategies, we want to look at the strategy performance report and analyze all the trades, right? All the trades, and look for how big did we lose. Okay, let's take a look at just one mini contract. What was we make here is 107 in one trade, 200 in one trade, here another one, 221, 282. That's kind of the biggest there I can see. All right, 207. Those are kind of the biggest. So what we really want to do is to create a stop loss, right? If the price this is the price of the contract, but let's say we have $2,000 here invested, right? We want to establish a maximum amount that we were willing to lose in one trade, so I can eliminate these big losses, right? I can say like, get out as soon as it hits, $100. So let's get out as soon as it hits 0.5% of the total equity in this trade. So that's what you want to do, eliminate, and then you're gonna get rid of those small red trades, right? We also want to take profits on the long ones too. You can say, okay, get out as soon as, look at this one, that winning trade was $512. You may want to say, as soon as you hit 1% of the total equity, get out, secure that profit. So that's something that we should add to this strategy. Now, in terms of time frames, I want to go back to the time frames. Here, time frame, I'm gonna change to a 3 minutes, so much faster. 3 minute. Let's see on 3 minutes strategy report. Let's go back to here. Let's see how much 3 minutes on what time frame. Customize. Oh, 2 days. Let's change this to, let's say 2 weeks. Let's say 3 minutes on 2 weeks. All right, let's analyze 3 minutes. Performance report. All right, so this strategy did really well on the last 2 weeks in 3 minutes, right? In 3 minutes, in 2 weeks, it made a total of $507. Now, it does affect the time frame, and that's what I wanted to show you. If I keep doing this, let's say 3 minutes now. Let's keep going. Let's do 2 months. Let's go 2 months back. All right, 2 months is still profitable, but it did lose money here. Let's do 2 years now. 2 years. Let's see if we don't break the computer. All right, it's calculating. Okay, in 2 years, still profitable. It did lose money in 3 minutes from, let's say here, from October 2022. It did lose money. See, when the equity went down from that point. So we do want to analyze in different time frames, and the more data points you have, and the more that you go back in time, it's gonna make you feel more comfortable that strategy is working. And this is it for this video. I'll show you how to build a basic trading strategy, a 50 moving average against a 200 moving average. It does really well on trending markets. If the market's gonna go up, you're gonna make money. If the market goes down, you're gonna make money. When the market is not decisive, the market is kind of fluctuating, it's gonna tend to lose small amounts of money. So we need to improve that aspect of this strategy. Now, if you like this content, let me know. I'll keep doing another video on how to improve the basic strategy and to make it more complex. We can add more indicators. Again, if you want this code, let me know. I'll email it to you. Again, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.